hiking through the jungle of rainforests in Vietnam, going on a safari trip through the Africa and see the lions and giraffes and hippos, or maybe take an adventure on a cruise, a boat, sail around the world, or maybe just go walking through Vincom Mall and go see a movie and eat some popcorn?
Yes.
Okay, so the only adventure you want to do is through the mall.
Yes.
Mr. Jason, how are you today?
I'm good.
Yeah, not sleepy, you said.
Yes.
Did you take a nap today?
No.
No naps? So what did you do all day? Don't tell me you played video games all day.
No.
Half the day.
Yes.
Did you get outside? Get any exercise? Any fresh air?
No. Yeah. Nothing to do.
Yeah, you don't really live in a great area to be able to go outside and do anything. What about in your backyard? Can you go outside in the back? Do you have any green area in the back?
No.
No, so right on the main strip there. Okay. You got to try to get to the park as often as possible. It's good for you. Good for you. Got to be healthy. All right. So we're going to do our test today. I wasn't feeling all that well the last time we were supposed to do this, so we're going to do it today. Are you ready for a test?
Yes.
All right. I know you're going to do really well. So we're going to read about Aaron Ralston. You remember that guy?
Yes.
Yeah, what happened to him? Why are they writing about him? They actually made a movie about him. You remember why?
He's stuck.
He was stuck. This happened in 2003 or 2003. But what do you mean he was stuck? He got caught in the bathtub? He couldn't take his seatbelt off in his car? How was he stuck?
Rock.
Was he stuck in the mud?
Yeah. No.
Was he stuck with the chickens?
No.
Stuck with the monkeys? Stuck in a tree?
In a rock.
Okay, fix your camera. I don't even see your face. I don't even know who you are. Oh, there you are. Kind of, sort of. I see you a little bit. So what do you mean he was stuck? Did you prepare a little bit? All right. Well, you're going to read it to me so we can refresh your memory. And you know the drill. We're still in interests 1 to 10. So we just do the reading and the comprehension questions so I can score your use of vocabulary and grammar. And it only starts getting hard in interest 11. So you got another term to go. So let's do it. Lose your arm or lose your life?
Aaron climbed down.
The intro. Lose your arm or lose your life. The whole thing.
Lose your arm or lose your life. Aaron climbed down another.
Oh, in April 2003, Aaron Ralston. Unbelievable.
In April 2003, Aaron
Ralston.
Aaron.
Just like the air we breathe. Aaron.
Yeah. Aaron Ralston went to Blue John Canyon in Utah to hike. Although he was on his own, he was an experienced climber, so he wasn't worried, but he made 2 big mistakes. He didn't have a mobile phone with him, and he didn't tell anybody where he was. Aaron climbed down a narrow gap between the walls of the canyon. Suddenly, a large rock fell on his right arm. It trapped his arm against the canyon wall. He tried to pull his arm out, but the rock weighed 360 kilograms. It was impossible. Aaron realized that he was in trouble. He couldn't phone a friend or his parents, and nobody knew he was here. He was there. He didn't have much food or water with him. First of all, he tried to move the rock. Then he tried to break the rock with his knife. He had a rope and he tried to pull the rock away. Nothing worked. Meanwhile, Aaron slowly drank his water and ate his food. He had a video camera with him and he videoed himself every day. He recorded messages to his parents and his friends. After 5 days, Aaron had no water and he felt very weak and he couldn't feel his hand. He had to make a decision. He could die or he could cut his own arm off. He broke the bone in his arm.
Bless you. He broke the bone in his arm.
He broke the bone in his arm. Then he tied a cloth around his arm and started cutting with his knife. It took him an hour. He said afterwards, it was 100 times worse than any pain I felt before. Finally, he was free, but he was still 12 kilometers from his car. He had to go down the canyon wall on a rope using just one arm. Then he had to walk through the canyon in the hot sun. Eventually, he met some other hikers, and a helicopter came to rescue him. Nowadays, Aaron gives talks about his experience, and recently he has written a book about it. He has an artificial arm. He still loves hiking and he hasn't given up climbing. He's lost his arm, but he's still alive.
Lucky him. Can you imagine cutting your arm off?
Yes.
You can imagine it. Oh my God. Oh, I don't know. That's tough. That's tough. That definitely is something hard that someone would have to do. But I guess if you have the choice, cut your arm off or die. Yeah. What are you gonna do? Well, it's better than dying, but I can imagine it would have been very painful. Wow. What do you think? Would you go hiking in the canyons like that or the forest by yourself?
No,
No?
No.
Why not?
it's dangerous.
But what if you're careful and you don't climb down canyons? Stay
No.
on the trail.
Still no.
Still no. What if the whole class went and me and Miss Lay and we all went together? Would you go hiking?
No,
You wouldn't go hiking with me?
it's dangerous.
Dangerous to go hiking with Trevor? Oh my God. You have to have a little bit of adventure. All right. Okay. You stay home. I'll go hiking. See you when I get back. Make sure the potatoes are baked and all ready to eat. So where did Aaron go hiking?
Blue John Canyon in Utah.
Yeah, it's pronounced Utah. Utah. Where is Utah? Do you know where Utah is?
No,
No? Can you guess?
no.
Utah is one of the states in the U.S. Utah State, the state of Utah. It's in the west central, I guess. Just before the Rocky Mountains. Okay. Yeah, he went hiking in Blue John Canyon. It looks beautiful when you look at the pictures. Wow. I would go hiking there. I know you'd go. So they say he went climbing, but kind of this is different, right? Because canyons go down and mountains go up, but he's climbing down a lot of things. What did he climb down? The place he got caught. What did Aaron climb down? Or climb down into? Into what?
A narrow gap between the walls.
Yeah.
The corner.
So some point, somewhere, maybe like an earthquake, yeah, where the earth went and divided, and he was able to climb down into the bottom of that narrow canyon. But something happened when he was climbing down that narrow canyon. What happened?
A large rock fell on his right arm.
Yeah, so and it got wedged between, so it really must have been narrow for sure, because the rock wedged right in there. It didn't even go to the ground, and it pinned his arm up against the wall or the side of the canyon. So that was a very bad situation. Aaron tried to move the rock 3 times, doing 3 different things. What are the 3 things he tried?
He tried to move the rock. He tried to break the rock. And he tried to pull the rock away.
Okay, how did he try to move the rock? What do you think he first tried to do? What would you do if the rock was on you? How would you try to move it?
Pull the arm.
Pull your arm and push the rock, yeah?
Yeah.
But that didn't work. And then you said he used his knife. What did he try to do with his knife?
To break the rock.
Yeah, he was trying to chip away with his knife to break parts of the rock off, but that didn't work either. Lucky he didn't break his knife, or he would have never been able to cut his arm off. Would have been way worse. And then he tried to pull the rock. How did he try to pull the rock? How did he try to pull the rock? Tried to use something called, some way, somehow. I saw the movie, but I don't remember the scene where he tried to leverage the rock with rope to try to get a better angle to try to move it. But yeah, nothing worked. That is true. All right. So it says that he slowly drank his water and ate his food. Why?
Mm,
Why didn't he just order some pizza? That's what I would have done. I would have just said, hey, man, come bring me some pizza. I'm stuck in a canyon. Check my GPS and bring me a pepperoni pizza with extra cheese. Throw some pineapple on that. I would have had a little party.
he don't bring the phone with him.
Yeah, that's why he didn't. That's why he didn't order pizza. But why did he drink his water slowly and ate his food slowly? Why is that?
Because he don't have much food and drink.
Past tense. Past tense. He 19 years ago. He don't. He didn't have much food or water. That's right. Unbelievable. Here's the big question. It says he tied a cloth around his arm, right? Made it really tight. Why did he do that?
So
It must have hurt too.
cut his arms.
He cut both his arms off.
Just the right hand.
All I see is a kiwi on the screen. I'm going to say this is an interest 9 test with the kiwi. All I see is the top of your head. The kiwi test. That's your new nickname. Jason the human kiwi. Kiwi man. A new superhero. Right. So it's true. He tied the cloth around his arm because he cut his arm off. But I want to know if you can tell me why tie the cloth around his arm? What does that have to do with cutting your arm off? Do you know? It's not in the book. Look at me. It's not in the book. It doesn't explain why. I'm curious if you can figure out why would he tie a rope around his right arm, I guess, around his arm first, and then cut his arm off. Why would he do that? What's the connection?
To cut the hand easier.
Well, why would the rope or the cloth around his arm make it easier to cut his arm? Why is that? That's not the reason. You guys should be learning this in school. It should be like basic first aid. If you have a serious injury and you're bleeding a lot, there's a reason why we tie a cloth or a scarf or something around one of our limbs if we're bleeding a lot. Think about it. You're losing all your blood. You just cut your arm off. Oh my God. Never mind making it back to the car. You're going to bleed to death before you get help. So what do you have to do? Where does your blood come from? Didn't learn that in biology yet. Right, your heart is pumping your blood through your body, and the blood circulates through what we call arteries. We have arteries all the way through our body. That's like when you cut one off, sometimes your leg or your arm falls asleep. Yeah, it's like, oh, I got to get the blood back in there. All right. And then, of course, the liver filters it. There's a whole bunch of things your body does. But if you don't seize, cut off, or hold, or squeeze, or pinch, or tie your artery, your heart is going to keep pumping all your blood out, and you're going to cut your arm off, and your arm's going to go squirt, 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 and then all of a sudden you're going to go, oh, I feel dizzy. Oh, and you're going to fall asleep, and you're not going to wake up because there's no blood in your body. So the reason you tie something around your arm really, 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 really tight is to cut the blood off like a tap. You know how you turn the tap on and the water comes out in the sink? Yeah? You know, you want to do the dishes, you turn the water on and the water comes out? Right? Yeah? Well, if you turn the water off, no water, right? So it's the same thing with your body. But our taps are our arteries. So we have to cut the artery off to stop the blood from coming out. So he tightens the artery, tightens the arm, then he cuts the arm off, then he's not going to bleed so much. So this way he will have a chance to get help and save his life. That's First Aid 101. That's why we put pressure on a cut if we're bleeding. Okay. All right. There's your medical practice for the day. No more medical teaching today. Just English. So don't ask. Did anybody help him cut his arm off?
No.
Why? Nobody wanted to help him?
Nobody knows where is he.
There's nobody there. Yeah. All right. So the last part. He climbed down into a canyon. So he obviously climbed out of that canyon, or maybe he could walk out, but he still had to climb down another canyon. So I'm figuring he climbed up somewhere and then he climbed down and then he had to get out of there and then climb back down to get to the valley, the low area in the valley, so he could go back to his car. Yeah. So he climbs back down. How does he get saved? What happens when he climbs back down into the valley? We're going to call it a valley because you wouldn't climb down onto a plateau. You'd climb down into a valley, I would think. Just a guess. So what happened after that? Here he is running around with his arm tied up, all weak and tired and hungry. Can't order pizza because he doesn't have a phone. Probably didn't even have any potatoes. He's like at least probably still 10 or 11 kilometers away from his car. But he didn't go to his car. What happened to him? What do you do? See a helicopter and go, hey! Okay, what happened?
Some other hikers and a helicopter came to rescue him.
Oh, so hikers and a helicopter came to rescue him. Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Kiwi. Well, now, how did they know he needed rescuing? He didn't have a phone. So how did they know?
I think some other hikers call to rescue him.
They called either the park rangers or 911 or something to tell them what happened. So who found him first? The hikers or the helicopter?
The hikers.
The hikers found him, and then they called the helicopter or called for help, and a helicopter came. Yeah. Does he still hike today? Or did he quit? Did he say, that's it, I'm never doing it again?
He's still hiking.
He's still hiking. He never stopped. Even that day, they picked him up in a helicopter from 2003. He's just been hiking every day. He still hikes. He still hikes from time to time. Yeah. Do you think he should write a book?
Yes.
Yeah. Did he write a book? Or not yet?
Yes.
So you think he should write a book, or he did write a book? There's two questions.
He did write a book.
He did write a book. Oh my God, you're so confusing. All right, buddy. How did you like Interest 9? Is it good?
Yes.
Are you going to miss Lily? She's going to another class. A different level. Maybe? Maybe not? No?
Maybe.
But I have some good news. Benisha's coming back to the class this Thursday.
Oh.
Remember Benicia?
Yes.
Where's she from? She's from another country. She's not Vietnamese. With the yellow sofa. The purple sofa.
Indonesia.
Indonesia, that's right. Is Indonesia far from here?
Um.
Do you know where Indonesia is?
No.
No? It's Vietnam, and then under that you have, the, what is it? You go to the Java Sea. It's south. It's not too far. No, it's not too far. Same time zone, which is really good. Okay, one last question. You don't want to go hiking in the mountains with me in the class. So, if you could go hiking anywheres, let's see where. Hiking through the jungle of rainforests in Vietnam, going on a safari trip through the Africa and see the lions and giraffes and hippos, or maybe take an adventure on a cruise, a boat, sail around the world, or maybe just go walking through Vincom Mall and go see a movie and eat some popcorn.
Yes.
Okay, so the only adventure you want to do is through the mall.
Yes.
Jason, what are we going to do with you? Okay, good job, buddy. We'll see you on, when do we have class? Thursday. Yeah, we'll see you Thursday, buddy. Good job. Goodbye, mister.
Goodbye.
I'm going to call you Jason Kiwi.